takes intense, so this is 2 billion times urgent for your marketing and sales department. And a new official protocol reveals the best sales process for today's low-trust economy. So I'm introducing leveraged salesmanship, and while YouTube video says letters are the missing piece to your sales process. As we all know, people buy from people that they know, like, and trust, but interpersonal trust is at the lowest point and skepticism is at all-time high, alright, based on studies, and here are all the graphics. And so that's why free consultations and hard selling, fixed scarcity, one-way sales funnels, cold emailing, cold calling, and direct marketing us no longer work, right? And they no longer work, mainly because they don't build enough trust before the sales call, or your in-person sales consultation, or your sales pages, etc., etc. And this leads to high cost per sales calls, high no-show rates, low close rates, 60+ minute sales calls, extended sales cycles, and tens of thousands of dollars in lost deal opportunities. So this is the way of client acquisition, right? And basically, you got your prospects, right? Which is still staying there. You send them a cold email, they open the email, they read it for 5 minutes, another email, maybe a cold call for 12 minutes, maybe a discovery call for 24 minutes, maybe a demonstration call for 15 minutes, and then you get ghosted, right? And so the overall cost of the prospect has with you is about 1 hour, right? Now the same goes for advertisements as well, where you got the prospect, sees the ad, goes to the current ad, discovery call, demonstration call, again, you get ghosted, overall exposure around 1 hour. And so trying to beat all these tasks on or after the sales call typically forces a company to rely on a handful of superstar salespeople, maybe even the founders themselves, creating a massive bottleneck into the business. Google calls this phenomenon the 7-11-4 rule. And so what happens is that after analyzing billions of buyer data points, Google revealed that on average, it takes 7 hours of content across 11 touchpoints in 4 different locations to turn a prospect into a client, all right? And you can Google it. And so, in short, more exposure, more trust, and ultimately, this leads to more sales, all right? And that's the overall point of this protocol, to show you how to build trust at scale, and without having to spend billions on marketing branding like Amazon or Gillette, or on personal branding like Tim Cook and Elon Musk. And without having to post pictures of your sexy bikinis on Instagram like the Kardashians, do crazy things like MrBeast, or sort of people like Aldom and Adultate, alright? But by leveraging a new, free, simple, automated sales and marketing system that can be managed in-house by one person in less than an hour or 2 a day. And this is called leveraged salesmanship, and it is night and day different from all common marketing methods you are familiar with, because of how it is able to systematically and ethically manufacture trust with prospects before they book the sales one, or your in-person sales consultation, or your sales pages, etc., at scale, all right? And so this leads to more bookings, higher swap rates, higher close rates, less work on the actual sales call, and ultimately more sales. And so the premise is actually very simple. And so again, let's just examine the facts, all right? So we got Google's 7-11-4 rule, where after analyzing billions of buyer data points, Google revealed upon average takes 7 hours of content across 11 touch points in 4 different locations to turn a prospect into a client. Also got by serious decisions, which is one of the largest aggregates of sales data, saying that over 70% of prospects choose who they want to buy from before even a buyer reaching out to sales. Also got that 96% of prospects do their own research before speaking with a human sales rep, and the research is done online, and this tab is by HubSpot. Although that 79% of sales pros who use sales enablement content in their role say that it's important to make him save, and they are 58% more likely to be performing over a goal this year than those who don't use it. Also good that sales cycles increased for 53% of companies. Also the fact that 76% of sales leaders are primarily invested in content creation, and finally that 95% of buying decisions are directly influenced by content, all right? And by the way, if you just also think about it, right, the truth is that the metaverse is actually already here. Because if you have a social media account, right, then you actually already live inside the metaverse, right? That's the actual metaverse. And the metaverse that Zuckerberg is preaching will just be an extension of that, right? So if you think about it, so your social media presence has actually become your social passport. Like, you might not like the idea. I personally don't as well, but it is what it is. And so if you think about it, right? Like, before going on a date, let's say, what's the first thing you do? You first check the person's Instagram to decide if you want to go out with him or her, if you want to go out with him or her. And so before hiring someone these days as well, what's the initial step? You check the person's Instagram and LinkedIn profiles to determine if you can hire them or not, right? And more. And so what happens before someone buys from you nowadays as well? They check your LinkedIn or Twitter profile and what you post there. They view your Instagram and Facebook page, consume your content on YouTube, and if you're not active there, then they don't trust you enough to buy from you, or worse, especially if you're an online business, right? They think that you might be a scammer and like they never buy from you at all. And I mean, this is probably what you have done as well, right? Like, before purchasing from someone, whether it is online or in person nowadays, like even in the case of choosing your barber or hairstylist, let's say, right? Which is one of the most local traditional businesses out there, you luckily check them online initially to find them. And hence, nowadays, being active on social media is not a nice to have, but necessary. Meanwhile, it is also the most efficient and levelized activity you can apply for your business, because it makes people know, like, and trust and buy from you, but ultimately scary, since one piece of content, also known as media, makes to be created only once, what can be infinitely consumed without requiring any extra time or money from you for every new lead who consumes it. And so moving on, to summarize of that, basically the say happens before the say, right? The say happens before the say, as the buyer decides on his own if she's going to buy from you or not, based on the content you got online, right? That's the summary. Again, the say happens before the say. The buyer decides on his own based on the content you got online. And so you need to create specific content online that's highly focused towards your target audience and is meant to drive them throughout your systemized sales funnel, right? And not some generic vanity content as most people do online with no clear outcome in general. And so that's where leverage salesmanship comes in. And just a few FAQs. It is actually simple, but it's not easy. It is currently the best and highest ROI marketing and sales system based on the KPIs of most industries. Even though it is a standalone system, it is also highly dynamic, which means that you can also just add it on top of your current sales process. And so there is no need to break anything from your current sales process. And in fact, as we have explained, it is only going to complement and magnify your current sales process by making it huge. All right? And so it works for every industry, either if you are in real estate or SaaS or services or consulting, it doesn't matter, whatever industry you are in. And you do need to have any followers on man to do this. Not that you need to wait until you get a ton of followers to see results from it. And I know people who make millions from their content with less than 1,000 followers. It is the most leveraged activity you could apply right now in your business, and you can think of it as performing the job of 100 salespeople in one room, but automatically, indefinitely, and manageable by just one person. And finally, it will good for you, even if you are too shy to be on camera. And the truth is that it's generally best for the founder and CEO to film these videos as if it's the highest leverage activity you would undertake into your business and will generate significantly more trust in the marketplace. However, if you are too shy, you can have a person from your team film these videos instead, and as a last resort, you can also hire a paid actor. And if that sounds like too much work, at the end of the video I'll show you how I could handle all that for you, allowing you to skip all that work. And so share this. So this is the content funnel, achieving leverage salesmanship. And first of all, here is what you have to know. It is a new, proven and trusted funnel. And so I have 100% copied and fitting pasted, all right? The funnel I'm about to show you from the biggest and most trending names in the current marketing space, like Iman Gadzhi, Ali Abdal, Colby Sanchez, Alex Hormozi, and Andrew Tate, all right? And so this means that what you're about to see isn't some crazy theory that came out from a mind, right? It's a proven system that you can trust, considering that all these guys are making tens of millions from their funnels, and also taking into account the fact that they actually grew to 3 million plus followers using this strategy in a span of a year. And prior to that, they only had around 200 to 300,000 followers, all right, overall. And so was specifically looking at what people in the marketing space are doing, mostly because they are the ones always pushing the vendors on marketing, since, like, obviously, and so this will want wonders in whatever industry you are, and it is especially effective if you're outside the marketing industry, since it would be an innovative marketing method for that market industry. So we call this a content funnel, and YouTube is at the middle of it. And so let me show you how all that works. And on show some example funnel, we got Imam Ghaz's funnel on the right for you to clearly comprehend everything and see how it works and looks in the real world, all right? And so all this might look complex like now, but let me explain and everything will clear in your mind. And so let's start with understanding the big picture first. And so we got traffic, and this traffic can come from podcasts, interviews and collaborations. It could come from discovery ads, short form content, community and email newsletters, and different direct marketing activities, and even more, all right? We got all this traffic, and so with all this traffic, the main objective from now on becomes to convert all people from these traffic sources into our YouTube content and our main YouTube video sales letter, and from then on to our last converting step, which is to get our prospects to book a call with us, or to book an in-person consultation, or to start a conversation with them in the DMs, or to our sales and noted page. Or also we can send all this traffic, all the people from these traffic sources directly to our last step, or at the step prior, which is the main YouTube video sales letter, and from then on to our last step. Why? Making sure that we have enough converting mechanisms in our last step that are going to drive all our leads back into our ecosystem to keep watching our content in case they are not ready yet to become buyers and they need some more content to be properly nurtured and come back to the last step of the funnel again, all right? And so that was the big picture view. And so again, we got our traffic to our YouTube content and to our last step, right? Simple stuff. And so now let's see this once more with details for you to clearly understand, all right? So again, we got our different traffic sources. So we can have channels like podcasts, interviews and collaborations, discovery ads on Google Ads and Meta, and more. Short for content, community and email newsletters, but also even a cold calls, or our cold emails, or our cold DMs, and other different direct marketing and local marketing activities. And we do this because instead of pushing to have to close a sale or to set an appointment within the first minute, which we all know that often doesn't work, we instead make the call to action for the prospects to watch our VSL. And in case you don't know what a VSL is, I'm going to explain later on. And our VSL. And so this approach can convert many more clients. However, if your parents' strategy is effective and you are hesitant to change it, at least consider sending them to your VSL as a fallback option if they aren't going to convert regardless, correct? So it's a win-win situation. And so we'll get all this traffic, all right? And we send it to our YouTube content and our different mini video sales letters that we will have on YouTube, or directly to our main YouTube video sales letter as well. And also from our YouTube content, we also push all the traffic to our main YouTube video sales letter. And from then on, finally, we push all the traffic to our book a call page, book an in-person consultation page, or to conversations into the DMs, or to sales in other page, right? Which is where we're going to close people into paying customers. Meanwhile, we're going to collect leads, emails, and phone numbers for email and SMS marketing, and don't give them to join a community, all right? And also, if they don't convert to a purchase with the main YouTube video sales letter and your sales page the first time, they still will remain in your ecosystem, and so they will revisit your funnel, and so they will continue watching more of your content until they become ready to buy, all right? That's the most important thing without this funnel. Basically, always try to nurture all our leads, right, with content to make them even less and less and less strangers until they finally become fortunately ready to buy, right? That's the whole goal. So, and finally, we got the targeting us in each conversion step all across the funnel, all right? Now let me explain what I mean by video sales letter. In an era where consumers crave information, David Odivlit, one of the best advertisers ever existed, recognized that well-informed consumers are more likely to make confident purchasing decisions. Therefore, us should educate, providing consumers with the information they need to make choices. A video sales letter is a video that, on the front end, is a highly informative, educative, and entertaining asset that automatically generates goodwill and trust in the marketplace for you, enduring forever once created. While on the back end, it functions as a discrete sales asset designed to convert people into buyers. So sales is a process similar to code, and so if it is defined, it can be codified and delivered through written word and video, alright? And so taking all this into consideration, the main YouTube video sales letter this here is our most crucial video sales letter, where we dedicate extensive time to analyze, test, and optimize, and we carefully craft it as the primary video to which we'll be directing the majority of our traffic. Its purpose is to capture prospects' interest in our offer, address any objections we might have, and ultimately get them to either make a direct purchase, book a call, DM us, or engage in an in-person sales consultation. Think of it as a real-time sales call, but on video. Alright? The key is to have our main VSL directly as a native YouTube video and not outside the platform. That way, not only do we leverage YouTube's algorithm, which prioritizes what's fun, increasing visibility, but it also bypasses our prospects "I'm going to be sold" detection, right? As on the front end, it appears as another informative YouTube video, but on the back end, what they don't know is that it is our best disguised advertisement/sales asset. Right, guys? And so, this is how Imangazi does this, right? So, as in the fourth step, which is our traffic, right? He has traffic from his email newsletters, his short-form content. He also drives traffic from discovery ads. He also does podcasts, collaborations, interviews, and he also at least used to be doing outreach activities. And by the way, as for the short-form content, he does Andrew Tate's viral strategy, where he has many people working for him, creating different accounts for him, editing and changing the metadata of all his YouTube videos, and just posting overall, which also, by the way, was the traffic that, in combination with his YouTube strategy, got him to 3 million subscribers from 300,000 subscribers to a freaking year, right? And so he sends all these people, as you can see, to his YouTube content, all right? And so here is his YouTube content and different mini video sales letters. From then on, he pushes people to his main YouTube video sales letter, right? As you can see here, all right? And so from then on, in his main YouTube video sales letter, which is a disguised sales asset, right? Which is basically a disguised sales call, but on a video, and can be done at massive scale for infinite people to see. For example, this freaking video has almost 9 million views, all right? Which is crazy. Like, imagine how much money he has freaking made, right? And so the only and main CTA of this main VSL is to send people to his sales page, right? Which is the last step of the funnel. And from here, he gets people to buy, all right? But in case they don't buy it, he also has conversion mechanisms to send people back to the funnel and keep all the prospects that are not ready to buy yet, keep them nurturing until they become ready, all right? That's how it works. Moving on, to summarize in one sentence, you essentially nurture all your leads throughout your sales funnel with YouTube video sales letters. Basically, the new marketing and sales funnel is that previously we had marketing only covering 3 steps of the funnel and sales all the rest, but now we got marketing covering almost all steps of the funnel and sales just covers the last step, right? And what nurturing means is that, and so the phrase nurture leads is all about establishing a relationship with a potential customer or clients, then helping them through the buying journey towards an eventual sale. And you can summarize the dictionary definition of nurture as taking care of something or someone, or to help them develop, right? And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help them develop to buy us. And so to conclude, here's the broader view of how you achieve that. First of all, you start treating posting content online on social media, and especially YouTube, with extreme seriousness and start posting religiously. Moreover, you should make a mindset shift and begin viewing each piece of content as marketing and sales asset. On the front end, it serves as a highly informative, educative, and entertaining marketing asset that automatically generates goodwill and trust in the marketplace for you, enduring forever once created. But on the back end, it functions as a discrete sales asset designed to convert people into buyers, all right? And so why we choose YouTube as our main platform is because it is the most scalable, as a video created once is promoted by the algorithm for years, unlike all other platforms where the content is promoted for a couple of days or weeks maximum. Also, YouTube is the second largest search engine globally, surpassed only by Google, while Google also does display YouTube videos. And finally, YouTube is expected to become the largest platform overall in the future. Also, it is the fastest way to convert viewers into paying clients, as YouTube is specifically designed for long-form content, especially educational content, and this means that it captures more of the viewer's time, building a more personal relationship with you, producing more goodwill and trust. And as we have been explaining all the time, right? This is what we need to be doing in today's low-trust economy. On top of that, most people on YouTube come to research and learn, unlike on most other social media platforms where they go for entertainment. So inherently, when people are in research mode, instead of entertainment mode, it means that the attention we receive and each view we get is of much higher quality. Hence, it is the fastest and most converting channel and with the most predictable lead flow. And for all these reasons, it is the best play for both the long term and the short term. So that's why we choose YouTube. And so to touch upon that, the content you should create on YouTube varies depending on your industry and target audience. For example, if you are a software company, your content will be more focused on how-to and tutorial videos. And by the way, I recommended SaaS channel to check as a case study would be this one, right? You can see some of the content as well. Here it has tutorials. Or if you are a service provider or a consultant, then you need to be creating personal journey and how-to videos, right? While if you are a real estate agent, your content will include videos like city walks, get to know the city, market updates, and personal content, right? So I recommended the real estate channel, by the way, to check as a case study would be this one. Also, especially I recommend watching this interview right here with Sinon Gillette at the Tom Ferry show, where she says that she's doing 100 million in sales per year, and in her own words, saying that with most of our business coming from Instagram and YouTube, right? And she says this inside the podcast and more, right? But ultimately, you must create content for each stage of the buyer's journey. For example, for the decision stage, which is the last one, you should closely evaluate all the common sales and marketing objections your prospects usually have and develop engaging and highly converting YouTube video sales letters around them, handling that objection. And that way, most of your sales calls will go smooth since the prospect has few to no objections left in their mind.